90-Day Fiancé Season 11 just became the most intense. Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. For 90-Day Fiancé latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. After being on air for over 10 years and having over 20 spin-offs, The is known for being repetitive and occasionally losing its spark. However, as the couples near their wedding dates, had a rough start. I most certainly didn't expect the turn of events that would occur, and for it to happen so quickly. Except for the married couple, whose dating season 11 seemed much like the other season's custom image by Zonda Rick. After being on air for over 10 years and having over 20 spin-offs, The is known for being repetitive and occasionally losing its spark. However, as the couples near their wedding dates, I had a rough start. I most certainly didn't expect the turn of events that would occur and for it to happen so quickly. Except for the married couple whose dating season 11 seemed much like the other seasons. While might have arrived in America with a new attitude, he and still have the same issues as their previous appearances. Then there's Mamas, whose storyline closely resembles franchise Villa and represent the common May-December relationship often seen in the franchise, and while tried not to let his Muslim beliefs impede his relationship, he refused to answers regarding her sexuality. However, the last two prenups and ultimatums are, in fact, prenups have been an issue since the inception of Iskist and signed a prenup, and these issues only continued to be a main storyline for most of the franchise couples as the years went on. This year, it seems like all the couples are at odds and are unwilling to budge from their viewpoint. Shekinah and Mark all gave their fiancés a prenup. On top of that, ultimatum that he could either work on the cruises or get married and be part of their family, not overall. In the last few episodes, I've watched all the couples reach major obstacles in their relationships, and I'm left wondering if any of them are strong enough to overcome them. The main reason I find this so alarming is because of how far we are into preparing for their wedding day, and she still hadn't decided on signing the prenup. Shekinah and Sarper were also moments away from their wedding, but he added the most ridiculous wait clause to their prenup, so they'll likely have some negotiating to do. Mark and Mina are the only couple who seem to blow through the prenup with minimal issues, but there are other, familial issues getting in the way of their wedding day. Similarly, Jessica and Juan and Stevie and Mahdi are also rapidly encroaching on their wedding days, and I'm not convinced either of them will make it. Mahdi was still hung up on Stevie's sexuality and revealed in his confessional he might have made a mistake. Meanwhile, Juan wants Jessica to learn Spanish and let him work on the cruise. Or maybe this will be a year we see almost no wed. Seasons seemed to flow by quickly and didn't stick out much compared to the other seasons. However, these last few episodes and the drama they've produced had a reminiscent undertone of what the original series once stood for. I'm just as glued to my couch as ever, and I have no idea what to expect come the season finale and tell-alls. Overall, though, this season just did a 180, and I'm excited to see how the 90-Day Fiancé couples progress by the end. Couldn't wait to get tried for marriage fraud. He wanted back the $76,000 he spent on her. He especially wanted to break up her and Matt. Gino was out for revenge, and who knows how long he's going to drag out this divorce as well. Jasmine once said her marriage was merely a piece of paper. Now she's going to be stuck with it until Gino's revenge was over. Darcy's marriage also looked to be on the breaking point. Things were going well in Bulgaria in the beginning. They took a downturn right around the time that Stacy showed up with Florian. Georgie knew going in that Darcy was close to her sister. They weren't just sisters. They were identical twins. They evenly matched each other in plastic surgeries so that they remained identical twins. Stacy didn't know where the anger from Georgie was coming from, nor did Georgie want to fix things with his wife. Georgie was taking forever to pay his half of the rent. Darcy tried to message him on it because they weren't talking. He didn't respond, and so she included her dad on the group chat. It got Georgie to finally pay up, not that Georgie didn't ask for money back. Darcy suspected he was saving up to build a nest egg when he leaves. She usually paid for everything: their home, their trips, and their bills. Georgie was no longer appreciative of it, and he has stopped communicating. They still share a bed. They just sleep on their side, and there's no longer any cuddling or intimacy. Back to the couple's trip from hell, Jovi still thought he was funny. He brought up Yara's looks again. Elizabeth called him out and told him he was being hurtful towards his wife. He knew this was a tough subject for Yara. Why does he keep bringing it up? Why does he still think it's funny? No one finds it funny. Alexei tried to tell him. Elizabeth was now telling him. It's bad when not even Andre laughs. He had Yara in tears. She just wishes that Jovi would think before he spoke. Things were already awkward as it for this trip.